You know when a really good movie gets an American spin-off and you would think, why? But then you find out that Jemaine, Clement, and taika Waititi, the creator of the movie, are also the writer, producer, and director for the series, so you know it's gonna be good, and it is good. Yeah, that's what we do in the shadows. Look, I'm sure a lot of people know and love the original 2014 mockumentary of What We Do in the Shadows. I mean, how could you not? It's a refreshing, ridiculous twist to a vampire movie in the age where vampire movies look like this.
This is what I am.
Sweet diamonds.
I'm the world's most dangerous predator. Everything about me invites you in. My voice, my face, even my smell. I wanted to kill you. I've never wanted a human's blood so much in my life.
I trust you.
Right, so jokes aside, some of you might have heard of the show and probably have already watched them, but some other might not have even heard that they are doing a spin-off of the movie. And for some of you in the latter category, might be watching my video and wondering, what's the difference between this and the movie then? Does it hold up to the predecessor's quality? I think it's better for the cast to explain it.
It's like the film, isn't it? But less funny. No. It's very similar. It's a very sort of similar world and similar sense of humour, but with much more varied, talented main cast. And there's a woman in it.
But also, you know, there's just more. It's the same kind of universe, the same feel, the same people behind it. You get all these new characters to fall in love with.
I love you. I love you too, you little bitch.
That said, with the introduction of the new characters, the series also got relocated to a new vampire house on an entirely different continent. To be specific, it's an island in New York that sort of everyone knows, but not really, and the locals there think it's sort of New York, but barely. It's Staten Island, okay? It's Staten Island. So you know, things are weird. But enough about the context. Let's jump right into the episodes. So in episode 1, we're introduced to our new main characters in the new vampire house that have each of their own quirks, where we first off got Nandor the Relentless, who's called Nandor the Relentless
because I just never relent.
Next up, we got Nadja and Laszlo. They're two of the horniest vampires committed to the most ridiculous and open relationships with, strangely, some of the most mundane couples arguments ever. You know, the ones that you hear from your parents or other old people in general, but in vampirical context. And here's how they met.
One night, I was awoken by this horrible clawing at the window, and I thought, who the hell is that? Because I live on the 3rd floor. I threw back the curtain when I saw the most beautiful woman I had ever seen, clawing at the glass. I was hypnotized.
I used hypnosis on him.
And next, we got Colin Robinson. He's literally the least vampire-looking vampire to ever exist. He dresses like a normal person, he doesn't drink human blood, and he can walk under the sun no problemo. He is what the show refers to as an energy vampire. Now what that means is that he basically sucks people and other vampires' energy by boring them into conversations. So he's basically just your annoying coworker who you just want to shut the fuck up. And last but certainly not least, we got Guillermo. Guillermo is Nandor's familiar, which means that he tucks Nandor into his coffin when he sleeps. He finds Nandor virgins for him to feast on. He cleans up the blood in the house. And basically, he does whatever Nandor tells him to do. Why? Because he thought that by being Nandor's familiar long enough and good enough, Nandor will eventually turn him into a vampire. And look, I can't really explain why he's my favorite character and how he also has the best character arc on the show without spoiling everything, but just trust me and go watch it for yourself. You will not regret it. Alright, I was supposed to do a summary of episode 1. Right, I'm gonna be quick about this and try to do it in under 1 minute, so here goes. Okay. So the vampires received news that Baron Afanas, this elder vampire who's somewhat the leader of vampire supremacy, he was gonna visit them to check on their progress on the quest for total world domination. So, to prepare for his arrival, the vampire sent Guillermo to find virgins to be sacrificed as Baron's meals. And Guillermo could not have gone to a better group of people. And in a totally different news, remember when I mentioned that Naja and Laszlo has this weird open relationship marriage thing? Well, turns out centuries ago Baron had done a devil's tango with both Naja and Laszlo separately. You know, without each other knowing. And on top of that, we also get to see that Naja apparently has a human ex-lover named Gregor who has been reincarnated multiple times and managed to be her lover in every single reincarnation. But in this lifetime, he goes by
My name is Jeff.
And to add to this, Guillermo celebrates his 10th anniversary of being Nandor's familiar, hoping to be given the gift of eternity, only to be given a glitter portrait of him and Nandor. Alright, that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments your thoughts if you've seen the show, or maybe you've had other recommendations for me to review, series or movies. And with that said, if anyone's interested, I still do have some more to talk about on this series. You know, there's not just Human Lover, there's the werewolves, and there's also this cool Manhattan vampire crew. So yeah, be sure to let me know if you're interested, and I'll definitely make a video on that. See you in the next video.